Hi.
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 Hi. Hey, do you have a cousin?
Several, actually.
Do you have an uncle? Maybe two?
More than two, but yeah. See where you're
Do you
going.
have a brother and or a sister?
I have a brother.
Do you
And
have
my
a
mom.
mom? Do you have a moms or a dad or dads and or a mom and dad?
I do have a mom and dad. All one word.
Do you identify as male?
Yeah.
Would you say that you were a family guy? Would you say that this bit maybe was not the best to start out with, but was possibly the thing necessary because this is going to be painstaking?
Well, I'd say we lost our viewers, but like, so yeah, we're doing Family Guy today,
Oh,
and
yeah.
this one's gonna hurt,
It's going to hurt us way more than it's going to hurt you.
and way more than it's gonna hurt Family Guy because it's a wildly popular show.
And controversial. Why is it popular? Why is it controversial? We'll let you be the judge of that. In the comments below.
I was trying to like do a thing where like it just slowly got like less, so like it looked like they were kind of bouncing. Did that come off? I couldn't see it.
No, I didn't know what the fuck was happening.
Oh, cool. Great.
Yeah. Like a lot of things.
Yeah.
I'm Micah.
I'm not.
Uh-huh. And we spent $0 on this compilation.
Okay, everybody, I know you were expecting something else, but as science will tell you, people were a lot shorter 2,000 years ago. So let's try to be adult about this. No snickering, and hey, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so if we can all be mature, give me the gum, we can all get through this a lot faster.
See, that's funny because Western philosophy, I like makes Jesus out to seem like he's some like 6'3", 195, cut AF
White
white
dude.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jesus born in Bethlehem, raised in Jerusalem, dying in Rome. I'm not really sure where he
They
died.
definitely didn't bother bringing him to Rome. They didn't care
Yeah.
about him.
D- Jesus was definitely not white.
And he definitely wasn't tall.
Yeah. Like Jesus being a Jewish rabbi from the Middle East was at most 5'8". At most.
But obviously the joke here is that he's much shorter than what everyone expects him to be.
Mm-hmm.
And just like proportionately smaller, like literally like someone threw him in a wash and like he's made of cotton.
He is like of child size.
But like adult proportions.
Yeah. And then he also berates the crowd like a teacher
Yeah. Yeah.
to
It's
like
kind
eighth
kind of like
graders.
poking fun at the idea of like the second coming is going to be so great. It's just like he comes and like he's like kind of bossy, kind of not self-important. What's the opposite of that? Self-conscious. He's kind of self-conscious and like is a dick about it. He's compensating um a little, and like he's not what people would want from Jesus Christ being reborn and saving us from sin again. If that's what you're into, that's probably not what you're looking for. Is some 4 foot tall man who makes you spit your gum out.
Like the folks you meet in those Louisiana swamps.
Excuse me, do you know how to get to town?
Yeah, it's back the way you came. Babe.
See, this is funny because it implies that the Muppet Kermit the Frog is racist and or a gun owner.
Yeah. It's not much else to say about that. It's the joke is the South is racist.
Mm,
That's not me saying that the South is racist. That's me saying that's what
Family
they're
Guy.
saying.
Yeah.
Boo-boo, let's see what we got in this picnic basket. Tell the other bears what you just saw.
See, that's funny because cereal picnic basket napper Yogi Bear finally got comeuppance. But not through like cartoonish means. He just got stabbed in the back of the neck, possibly the back. But he was stabbed and silenced.
Yeah. See, when I saw this scene, I thought it was like him being a hunter at first.
Mm.
And then he said the thing about go tell the other bears. So like, yeah.
He's like a assassin.
Yeah, it was a hit.
Like, yeah.
Got him.
It was a sting operation.
Imagine calling in a hit on Yogi Bear. Imagine just saying with a straight face, it's like, I'm hiring you to take out our prime suspect, and you just slide a picture of Yogi Bear over the table, and it's like...
You just call somebody? Yeah, we're going to need 2 Marine ones to get Bear, Yogi, the...
Muddy, baby, everything all right in there?
Oh, I think I'm about to pass a kidney stone.
See, that's funny because he was passing a kidney stone while singing the blues, but in pitch screaming too.
Yeah.
But I think the main joke is that there's just a band
in the bathroom,
and you can go back and watch for yourself, but the drummer has just the face of death because he just has to stare at bare ass.
You can go back, or you can superimpose it on the screen right now. But yeah, the screaming during the blues is kind of like, I haven't personally listened to Muddy Waters at all, but just like the idea of like letting all your pain out through song.
But while passing a kidney stone.
Yeah, so like he was already screaming anyway, so like it's kind of like it's killing 2 birds with 1 kidney stone.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt worse than getting a birthday telegram from Zinedine Zidane.
Yes?
Bon anniversaire.
Soccer players use their head to hit balls. So this soccer player, or football player, if you're dumb, this soccer player used his head to greet an old woman and tell her happy birthday. And then he just threw the cake down.
Big fan of how this episode has me doing a clarification to make sure that no one thinks that I'm saying the South is racist, and then you just go and insult the entirety of Europe.
Literally everywhere else in the world. There's nowhere, like maybe Australia calls it soccer, but we've already talked about your hatred of Australia, right?
I think we have, but also like, do Australians give a shit about soccer/football?
Amazing! There was only one man in the world with a vision to predict something like this. Damn!
Laura! Laura! Laura!
This is humorous because it highlights the presumed immaturity, naivete, and general non-intelligence of former President George Walker Bush.
Yeah, he was the current president at the time this came out, though.
Yeah, and he was hated, and people at the time were just like, politics can't get any worse.
Ooh, yeah.
Remember when George Bush was the worst thing to happen to the world?
Yeah.
Now I can't leave my fucking house.
Yeah. Sure does turn out strange ways, doesn't it?
Stranger things do happen.
Not for a while. Because it got delayed because of COVID.
Nice day we're having.
Oh, yes!
What?
He said nice day, but he covered with rain.
So?
So he said this when your brain know it's not really a nice day.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yes, he said the opposite. He's funny.
Yeah, I get it. Nice day.
Oh, now you're funny too. Oh.
gotta stop picking clips where they do our job for us.
We really do.
But
But that in itself was funny because he explained the joke.
yeah.
Like,
And the joke is that sarcasm, and like foreign guy gets sarcasm.
yeah. And then explains it because he's proud of the fact that he gets it.
Yeah.
Oh, God, there is no fucking drummer better than Neil Peart!
It ain't easy being cheesy.
But that's funny because the fictional character of Charles, the Cheeto mascot, does he have a name?
I don't fucking know. Probably.
The Cheeto mascot is snorting Cheeto dust as if it were cocaine.
He's
And
like,
that's a joke. That was like he's high on like Cheeto dust.
yeah. And like,
Which like if Cheeto dust, I don't do cocaine, but like Cheeto dust has to be a name for like a brand of cocaine, right?
I hope not. Because like,
Yeah, I'll take a
cocaine-
whole gram of that Cheeto dust.
Because like the whole thing about Cheetos is that like they're cheesy. So like they're like that orangey yellow color.
Mm-hmm.
And cocaine is white. So like what the fuck are they putting in it that makes it turn yellow or orange?
It's just food coloring, man.
Hey, getting some writing done there, buddy?
Yeah, setting up in public so everybody can watch me type my big screenplay.
Me too. All real writers need to be scene writing, otherwise what's the point, right?
You should totally write that down.
Okay, will you watch me?
He said right a lot, but also it's commentary on the fact that people in Starbucks like don't make a scene, but they make it aware that they're like
Right.
writing a screenplay or writing a book.
Yeah.
It's just like the aesthetic of a coffee shop in 2009.
Yeah. It's kind of like a trope that writers, well, not trope, because it's a real life thing. So I guess,
Stereotype.
yeah, or just type in general. Like authors like to both go to coffee shops and talk about the fact that they like to go to coffee shops to write.
But how can you leave me now, Ben Stiller, when I need you more than ever?
I've taught you everything you need to know, Peter. Now it's time for me to go help another child.
I guess I just fooled myself into thinking you'd always be with me.
I will, Peter. I will always be with you.
His movies are terrible.
I don't know what movie that is, but basically the joke is that Ben Stiller's ears are so big that they can work as wings.
Yeah, and also like he's some sort of like person, like
E.T. character.
yeah, like
kind of.
like some sort of like not unearthly, but like larger than life figure comes to help a poor troubled it's implied boy, but of course Peter is a man or boy or girl, you know, like child.
Yes.
They usually come to like help a child, like, you know, like you said, E.T. or Mary Poppins or even Frosty the Snowman, that kind of vibe. And then like at the end of the movie they leave so that they can make a direct-to-video sequel that doesn't have any of the main cast from the first one.
It has the same character, but not the same like voice actor.
Yeah, it's voiced by John Goodman. But anyway, the idea was that Ben Stiller was one of those people, especially with his ginormous ears.
Comically large, I would say.
Yeah. And then the stinger at the end was that there was like the triumphant music as he flies off, and like it was like majestical and stuff, and like usually the person that was helped looks on and says something kind. Instead,
Yeah,
Peter
like I'll always love you.
Yeah, and instead Peter made a comment about that he doesn't like any of his movies.
No, he did not say that. He didn't say he liked it. He just said that all of his movies are terrible.
Oh, you must be our new dorm mate. I'm Roger's Chapstick, heir to the Chapstick fortune, and this is Virgil Mastercard, heir to the Mastercard fortune. Oh, yes, how do you do, sir? And this is James Bottomtooth IV.
Oh, no. It's funny because rich people talk weird.
Yeah.
And also the fact that, like, rich people have like the last, like their last name is the thing of which their family's fortune is, like MasterCard, like the credit card company, being a last name.
And then also that contrasted with James Bottomtooth the Fourth, who's known for his bottom tooth, but like that's not a company thing. He just has a huge lower jaw.
Well, that's enough fun for one day. I'm sweating more than a non-legacy applying to Yale.
It's funny because rich people laughing at poor people.
Yeah.
Or even not even that. It's just old money laughing at new money.
Yes. Like your family's name can help you get into places.
And that's just the same bit from earlier when they talk weird and like he was laughing. Not even laughing. His just like his vocal cords just kept going for like way too long.
Yes.
Play Peter Griffin.
Ah, now that is a challenge.
Go ahead, mock me. But it wasn't Stewie who was laughing at me. It was God!
Wow, we got some Baroque humor in here.
That's just a reference to Amadeus. That's just like, but like, I mean, the joke is that it's a reference to Amadeus.
Yeah.
That's
and he
it.
And he farted.
Well, yeah, that was also an Amadeus though.
Well, yeah, but like that was because it was a baby.
Yeah. But I guess like in the movie Amadeus, if you haven't seen it, it's just basically Stewie's character was Mozart and Peter Griffin was Mozart's rival Salieri, who was extremely jealous of Mozart in the movie. In real life they were apparently cool, but anyway, the whole thing is like framed as like Salieri confessing to killing Mozart like a couple decades later, which again didn't happen in real life, but like in this scene, like Mozart was doing party tricks and like was making fun of Salieri, and that's what happened in this scene with Peter and Stewie.
And here to help me secure the Latino vote is actor Jimmy Smits.
Adam West likes to eat food that's grilled in foil.
That's our guy.
Oh, that's funny because he is a Latino actor who became president in The West Wing, and it's a commentary on politicians using celebrities of an ethnicity or race to try to court that ethnicity or race's vote. It's a nice touch. I don't think I knew that when I first watched it.
Oh, I definitely didn't. That might have not even been a thing when they did that.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know, because he was famous before that, wasn't he?
I have no idea. I don't know him for anything else except.
That's fair.
9/11 was bad.
I agree with that.
God, I can't believe how easy this is.
Mrs. Griffin, what are your plans for cleaning up our environment?
9/11.
Mrs. Griffin, what about our traffic problem?
9/11.
See, that's funny because this is like commentary on like the immediacy after 9/11. Just like you could literally say 9/11 was bad and you'd be just viewed as like the most American and brave person.
Yeah.
And like politicians leaning into that hard.
Mm-hmm. Instead of like actually having like policy.
Yeah,
campaign promises or anything. That was literally all.
They would just be like, remember 9/11? Well, when I was affected by 9/11 because America like need to be put together, and politicians were just like, I know how. I'll talk about my not problems.
And we're here with their reactions. Sir, how does it feel to have the lake back?
Well, I tell you, Tricia, as a local resident, I feel like I can once again take pride in my community. I think this is really going to revitalize tourism and... And if you look around, I think even the wildlife is starting to come back. And, you know, that's something we haven't seen in a while. I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of that.
That's funny because Jason is from... Fuck, of course I just forgot the name of it. Friday the 13th. And he's like based around the lake. And so like the lake reopening means there's more people there. And he kills people who are in the lake. So he gets
to kill people who are out of the lake in this one.
Well, yeah. But like in or around the lake.
Yeah.
So he even like killed people on screen while he was having this live interview, and like the whole time he's just like dressed like Jason, you know, and like very like out of place for, you know, a nice summer lake. He has a machete. It's just dripping blood the whole time. And no one says anything about it at all.
Yeah, and then he talks about the wildlife. Like he's like, everything that he says like is correct. It's just the context of Jason.
Yeah.
Like that's what's really funny is that it's just like if that was just like a random civilian, like it's just like, oh yeah, because like talking about the wildlife and the community. Yeah. But the fact that Jason kills people.
And did so during the interview.
Yes. Well, thanks for watching this episode of Family Guy.
We really appreciate you coming here and sitting through that.
Yeah,
I sure wouldn't.
If you can sit through this, you too might be able to sit through Amadeus. And tune in next time for when we talk about